Hello, everyone. I am Babatunde Kende. I'm your personal finance coach. In our series, Attaining Financial Freedom, we shall be looking at what are the steps you need to embark upon in order to attain financial freedom. One is you need to have a mind that sees money. You need to have a mind that sees money. That is, you need to develop your mind to the point of seeing money. What you cannot see, you cannot become. It takes a mind who can see money to really attract it. Money is not the physical thing you see. Money is not the currency that you see. Whatever you cannot see with your mind, you can never become it. Having money is not bad. As a Christian, or as a Muslim, or a traditionalist, having money is not bad, because money is a means by which we trade. So money is necessary. But you need to develop your mind to the point whereby it will attract money in its real self. Number 2, you need to know your financial situation. You need to know your financial situation. How does that mean? You need to know your personal income statement and financial position. For you to know your financial situation, your personal income statement explains your expenses and your income. You need to know where all your incomes are coming from the end income, the passive, and portfolio income. You need to be able to aggregate all this. There and then, your expenses. You need to look at your expenses on a daily basis, your transportation, your food, your recharge card, DSTV subscription, everything, vacation. Put all those things together. After you must have done that, then you deduct your expenses from your income. At the end of this exercise, you will be able to know if you'll be making profit or you'll be making loss. So that would help you to reduce your expenses or to increase your income. And your financial position, you need to know your personal financial position. That is your assets and your liabilities. What are your assets? Your land, your building, your equipment. You need to have all this. Then you determine your liabilities. Who are those you are owing? Are you on debt? What kind of debt are you servicing? So if you can deduct your liability from your asset, this would tell you your equity, your worth as a person. If you don't do this, you may be acquiring liabilities and you think, yes. Like, take for instance, like your car. Your car becomes an asset when it has economic benefit to you. But once your car, the only thing it gets to do is just to take away from you. It's not adding any value to your life. It becomes a liability. So you need to understand this. Likewise, your building, where you are living, if it does not have any economic benefit, if you are not generating any income from it, if you don't have anything coming in from it, it becomes a liability because you will be the one running it. That is why it is always very, very good that such things you need to trade with it. You need to see what you can actually do with it that will add economic benefit to you. So you need to know your financial situation. Another of such is this: you need to set financial goals. Determine where you want to be in the next 2, 5, 2, and 10 years. You need to set smart goals for yourself. Your goal must be clear. You should be able to measure your progress. Your goal must be achievable. Your goal must be realistic. How long will it take? There must be time bound. How soon do you want to achieve them? So you need to set all this. How much do you need to save in order to invest to achieve your goals? All those things would help you. Number 4, you need to create budget. I tell you, you need to budget your income and your expenses. You need to budget it. Even before your income comes, you need to budget it. As a Christian, do you need to pay your tithe? You pay offering. Who are you owing? Do you need to pay? Do you need to pay them? You need to pay yourself. It's very, very important. It's very, 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 very important. Curb impulse spending. Your budget will help you to curb impulse spending, because these are things that are not budgeted for. So there's no point. They cannot just come. Aside from you having contingencies fund, but there are some things that maybe you just walked into a supermarket, haven't written down all the things you need to buy, and somebody just saw something that you like. Yeah, you may want it, but you may not need it. So there are two different things. Our wants are insatiable. They are innumerable. You cannot meet them all. But needs are those things that are needed at the moment. These are things that are very, very important at the moment. On your scale of preference, these are things you need to give priority to. So things like this, things that you don't really need but that you want, you don't necessarily have to buy them. Subscription. How often do you want to subscribe? You can do unlimited that will not cost you more than 10,000 naira. And it will last you for a month. So you can make your research concerning that rather than you recharging every now and then. Must you call everybody? Yeah, you are the one that will know that you've not seen Lagbaja since 2 days ago or 3 days ago. You don't necessarily have to call everybody. If you multiply the 100 naira you use in buying recharge card times 30 days, that is 3,000 naira. If you can save that in an investment of 10% compounded interest every year per annum, what you should be having is 42,000. If you multiply that by 10%, that's like 4,200. And if you can do that over 5 years, you should be moving close to 500,000 just on recharge card. Subscription. Do you need to subscribe for this? Do you need to do the old package of 18,000 naira per month? Do you really need it? You have full subscription at home. You have full subscription in your office. Tell me, when you leave home for office, who do you leave at home to watch it? In your office as well. Yeah, I can say categorically you spend most of your time in the office. But when you are out of home, who do you leave the TV for? So all those things are things you need to put into consideration. You need to budget them. Plan ahead for major spending. Don't just spend because you feel like spending. No, plan for them. Number 5, you need to avoid bad money habits. There is a wise saying that says, cut your coat according to your clothes. You cannot be everybody. You cannot maintain the same social status with everybody. You cannot. Everybody is buying iPhone X Max. Must you buy? Everybody, I'm not saying you shouldn't use gadgets that, like I said earlier, any gadget you buy, because it's an asset, it must have economic benefit to you. If it is for show off, I tell you, you don't need it. If it is for show off, you don't need it. You don't need it. So you need to avoid bad money habits. Everybody's going to Dubai. Everybody's going to. Can you afford it at the moment? Do you have to go break your bank account just to go on vacation? All those things, you need to look at it. People are staying in Lekki. Can you afford to stay in Lekki, Bagada, Solere at the moment? Can your salary, can your income cater for such? If your income cannot cater, why don't you just live within your means? Live where your income can cater for at the moment. And for you to live in that area, what are the things you need to do? Do you need to increase your income? You need to move from end income to passive to portfolio income. But this will not happen over time. This will not happen. Excuse me. It will not happen immediately. It will happen over time. So you need to save up for. You need to invest in assets that would afford you those places. Must you for you to ride Lexus 350 or the latest Lexus? Do you have to go break your bank account just to do all that? Or there's an assurance who told you cannot put on repeat? Yes, they've known you with a particular clothes. Who cares? Are you the one they are looking at there? What matters most is you're there, your clothes is clean with nice fragrance on it. That is what is important. Not trying to do I want to be or you want to do show off. At whose expense, please? At whose expense? So in year 2021, for us to attain financial freedom, these are things we need to take seriously. I tell you, you just to do show off or you want to do pepper them for your neighbor. You know what you can afford is I better pass my neighbor. You know, I want to buy a generator worth $290,000. Hello? Who are you trying to impress? Who are you trying to impress? Because I can tell you, 5 years down the line, you would understand it much more better. The rate at which things are going for now will not be the same in the next 5 years. So what are you doing about your tomorrow? What kind of investment are you having for tomorrow? So these are things that would help you to curb bad money habits. And all of such, for you to attain financial freedom, you need to make your talent pay. Wow, this is superb. This is superb. I know the Lord has blessed you with innate abilities. The Lord has blessed you with quite a whole lot. Nobody is born a non-entity. Nobody is born empty. Everybody has a seed of greatness in them. Have you been able to discover yours? Yours may be in the area of arts. Yours may be in the area of teaching. Yours may be in the area of entertainment. Yours may be in the area of fashion designing. Name it. But what matters most is how are you turning that talent into money stream of income? You should be able to monetize your talent. Some of you can write. I tell you, that writing skill, it's not just there. It is there to bless humanity. And as you put your pen to work, it is being read by someone, and I tell you, what they do in return is to exchange money with you. You sing. Why don't you become a professional singer? Develop that talent, develop that gift, develop that hobby into a business. Another of such is you need to develop multiple streams of income. Wow. See, if you're having just one source of income, I tell you, you've not started. You've not started. Don't depend just only on one pocket money alone. Please and please, don't depend on it alone. I could remember vividly when I was in university, I had to do artwork. I had to sew. I went into leather works, you know, as a means of generating additional income for myself. And that was, those who knew me back on campus, they can testify to it. I did all that, and I sold quite a lot of slippers, sandals, belts, to my colleagues on campus. That was where my entrepreneurial spirit started from. The Tindero started from my days on campus. So you need to develop multiple streams of income. Don't just have just one. What happens to that? What happens to that door? If it is shut, what happens to you? It means your life is actually hinged on that one source. So you need to be able to have multiple. Nothing stops you. Nothing stops you from having multiple streams of income. It could be more portfolio, it could be passive. Portfolio, you could buy shares, you could buy stocks, you could invest in organizations while you are asleep. Your money is working for you. As one door is being shut, I tell you, another door is opened. There's this assurance you have in your mind that, wow, there's another income coming elsewhere. Some people, after they lose their job, I tell you that their heavens is being shut. No. So one of the ways in which you can attain financial freedom, you can look at, okay, yes, I understand the fact that you work 9 to 5, but what do you do with your 5 to 9 or your 5 to 12? What do you do with it? What do you do with your weekends? What do you do with your free time? These are things you can monetize. You can think of what can you do with it. I tell you, there are 1001 things that can be done out there. There are things you can do to bless humanity. So you need to look at it. What can I do? What kind of value can I render? If you're the type that you like sewing, in your leisure time, you can have a sewing machine in your room. You sew nice stuff. You snap. You place it on your WhatsApp status. I tell you, there are people who would buy the so-called ready-mades. You and I will buy. We don't know the fashion designer that sewed them, but what the most important thing is for us to we like it and we bought them. You can as well do such. Sell to your friends in your office, sell to your family members, sell to your friends in the church, sell to your pastor's wife, sell to everybody. Just sell anything sellable. You know how to make art, you know how to make leather works. These are things you can do. Aside from your work, it does not affect what you do from 9 to 5. And if you're the type that, okay, yeah, you have a talent, you can sing, you can do record, get your patent, your trademark, you get royalty from it. Or you have books, people get to buy your books, and this is one thing that it will outlive you. These are legacies that will outlive you. I cannot mention the names of those who have written Shina Shebe. These are guys, they wrote their books so many years ago. Until he died, he was still receiving royalty. Wale Soyinka, they are in their 80s, but the works they've done in the past is still what is still paying off till tomorrow. They are still a living legend. King Sunny Ade, Ebenezer Obey. These are guys. Victor who won for what's his name? They've sang songs a long time ago, but I tell you, they are still relevant today. Orlando Owo, his families are still getting royalties from the record label. So what is that thing you have? All you just need to do is just to see how to actually turn it into a business. Turn it into a business. Turn your passion into a business. Turn your hobby into a business. But what I'm saying in brief is, you cannot just have just one stream of income and you tell me, yeah, you're done. No. You can invest in real estate. Buy a land and sell over 5 years. You can buy property, develop it, then rent it out. You'll be getting rental income from it. In one of those days, we'll talk at length about real estate. We'll open our eyes to so many opportunities around that corridor. So what we're saying in Rebbe is, don't just depend on one source of income, please. All over the world, you cannot see any businessman, any rich man that has just one stream of income. At least they'll be in a minimum of 3. Minimum. You can have as much as 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All you just need to do is just to build structure and system around it to make sure, yes, even if you're not there, it can work smoothly. So develop multiple streams of income. Just engage in something aside from what you're doing at the moment. Number 8, take baby steps. Take baby steps. See, a baby does not start running at birth. It takes a process. Nothing ever moves except you move it. For a baby to walk, the baby try crawling, but there is an action. You trust in God. You've been lamenting about attaining financial freedom, and you are not doing anything about it. I'm not saying but you need to take baby steps. Start from where you are. From where you are. The journey of 1,000 miles starts with a step. Start from where you are. Invest wisely. Invest wisely. Number 9, you need to invest wisely. Because let me tell you something, the greatest investment you can ever think of is the investment you have on yourself. Is the greatest investment. You need to guide your investment. You need to have a will. You are not too young to have a will. You are not too young to have a will. Get a will. Get a will. Get a will. If you have an estate, you need to get a trustee. Number 3, you need to guard your personal brand, your values. What are those things you hold in high esteem? It's part of your investment. You need to discover yourself. You need to identify and nurture your unique gifts. You need to educate yourself by reading books. You need to read books. You need to let your mind be redefined. Some of us, we are in our 80s, but we are just 20 years of age. We still do things the same way people of 80, 90s do things. We are living in our yesterday. For you to live in your present and your future, you need to roll, you need to move, you need to rub minds with those who have gone ahead. And one of the ways in which you get to do that is through reading. Great leaders are readers. One of the things you need to do for you to be financially free is to read books on finances. That's one of the things we do in PHIC, Prime Harvest Investment Club. Financial literacy is so keen to us. We try as much as possible to pick up a book on financial freedom, financial education, and we read. So part of your investment is you need to network, build and nurture relationships. I tell you, just like a saying in Yoruba that says, women are our assets. You need to nurture, you need to build healthy relationships. Lastly, you need to give back to the society. I tell you, the so-called wealth, after being accumulated, if it is not given back to the society, or given back to people, or given back to any foundation, it is as if you are on a journey without a return. How do I mean? In every seed there is a truth. Everything you've gotten today, I can tell you of a truth. It is not just by your power. A whole lot of factors made it happen. So that is why you must not neglect your society. You must not neglect people around you. You must not neglect your church. You must not neglect our people. You must not neglect, so many people around you. Try as much as possible to give back to them. It is through charity that we attain the best relationship with our money. Generosity enriches our lives for more than money or material possession. I remain your personal finance coach, Baba Today Kende. Please do not forget to subscribe and to like our page. Thank you.